That'll get some action early on. Orbiting Giblets Prime, we have a metal planet called Eric's Gem. Got a decent number of metal spots, not too terribly many. It's also a smashable planet, so that'll make things interesting, especially since Hallies can be donated. And then way out here, we have the Tiebreaker Moon. So if things start going a little long, we have this extra moon here that can guarantee that the game will end one way or another.
Awesome. So looking at the main planet now, just having a look at the sort of metal distribution and whatnot, it's pretty much everywhere. So metal's going to be up for grabs from the get-go. I can't imagine there being too many bad spawns in this instance. But even if there are bad spawns, you can donate and change the tide of battle. Do not forget that.
Oh, we didn't turn on spectator chat, did we? That's too bad.
Of course, it is like Hunger Games, and there they go, all colliding with the planet. Now, by the North Pole, instantly we see two players incredibly close to one another, Zyke and Max, in yellow and white respectively, have spawned incredibly close.
Yes, Zyke opting to go bot factory first, Max opting to go vehicle factory first. Zyke's going to be able to get the bots out faster, but they are significantly weaker. I wonder if I don't think they know they've spawned. They do not know that they have spawned that close to one another. They're going to find it out pretty quick when they start expanding out with bots.
Oh, definitely. All the commander needs to do is move just a little bit northwards, and in fact Max is just building a mechs right where Zyke can actually see, so they're going to be at each other's throats pretty much instantly. I'm in fact going to put up a pip in the pit.
Well, Zyke knows that that Max is there. Max still hasn't figured out that Zyke's there. It's going to get interesting real quick.
Yeah, indeed. Now, on the other side of the planet, we have Vorel in red and Master of Rothfulness in blue, who have already got sort of two vehicle factories for Vorel, and Master of Rothfulness getting up his second now. So these players have spawned quite a fair distance away from each other, or at least in comparison to Zyke and Max, who are basically rubbing noses at this point. But there's a lot of expansion they can be doing, and little battles will probably take place later on, whereas Zyke and Max will probably be fighting pretty damn soon.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like Max has figured out that Zyke is there and realizes the situation he has placed himself in. We got a little bit of skirmishing going on, but the power of the commanders is gonna keep this at bay for a little while longer.
Yeah, I can't imagine either of these players really want to get into a full commander fisticuffs at this point, because there are a lot of bots and a lot of tanks on the field. The tanks will probably cancel out the bots, but of course the tanks can do damage to the commander, and every bit of damage counts. And whoa, a C2 vehicle factory going up from Max already. That's that's going to be amazing if he can actually support that.
Agreed, but Zyke has already scouted it out, so he knows what's coming.
Oh, he does. He's also got those few docks down there, just to the east of his base, which can move in and around the back and raid a couple of those fabricators assisting that factory, but they have to be spot on the scouting, so they know exactly where to go and avoid those tanks, because they're basically one-shots from tanks, and they're
yeah,
gone.
Absolutely. Tanks completely one-shot bots, and they also outrange bots.
Somewhat more worrying is the fact that Infernos are now being mixed in with the tanks from Max.
Looks like we got some action down with Vorel and Master of Rothfulness. Vorel able to take out one of Master's metal extractors.
Indeed,
Vorel
he's
getting
also
some
got
good scouting on the back of Master's base.
Yeah, I was just about to say there's that skitter there. He's just seeing exactly where Master of Awfulness' fabricators are going, and he even sees the mechs go up. So he knows that if he does have an air factory, which he doesn't unfortunately, he could go and send a bomber around there as well, because there's a distinct lack of AA currently from Master of Awfulness. However, he is getting hummingbirds at present.
Master getting some scouting on Vorel's base. So he knows where Vorel, everybody knows where their nearest opponent is.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, Max just attempted to move in with a bunch of tanks and Infernos. It didn't quite work out for him. He was pushed away, but of course, Infernos, when you're that close to each other, is definitely something to worry about.
Absolutely. Infernos are pretty vicious early on. Boral's getting a good attack going on Master of Awfulness's bases, taking out some power generators, taking down some bots, some fabbers rather.
Also on the other side, just as the action heats up by Master of Awfulness and Voral, Max manages to get out of Vanguard and it approaches Zyke's base. His T2 factory is complete. The Vanguard is there. It's going to chew through that bot factory.
Chew through everything.
Slicing through the base like a warm knife through butter. This is going to be the end of Zyke, I suspect. He needs to start running away now with his commander because he's got nothing to do with that Vanguard. He's got Infernos, which were forced out by Max, of course, and Vanguards versus Infernos. Vanguards tend to win because Infernos don't get close enough unless, of course, they can get the surround. And, of course, he only has 2 tanks and only 1 more vehicle factory. On the other hand, he does have a lot of mechs expansion, but he is managing to get away just for now, giving Max a little bit of breathing room. Meanwhile, looking back at Master Awfulness, his commander is getting a little bit pummeled there, losing a little bit of health, and the majority of his base actually to Voral's tanks that are relentless in their attack. And that was a little bonus there.
Oh, what?
That was
20 boombots. What happened?
Did they just land on top of that Vanguard?
You know what? I am going to chronocam that back because I am really curious. What happened?
And there's
there?
a Vanguard coming in for Zyke now to takes out the other Vanguard from Max.
Okay, that's what that was.
Oh wow.
Okay, so Vanguard goes down for Puppet Master, for Zyke.
Manages to save his bacon there. Well done, whoever donated that.
And that was that was a clutch donation right there.
Very much so. I think Master of Awfulness might need a little bit of support now as he desperately tries to fight back against Voral's Infernos and his ants coming straight in. Commander Uber cannoning, getting a good hit there in the middle of all of those, doing a little bit of splash damage. But Voral now expanding massively, and even in fact coming into contact with Zyke's expansions on the other side, where he has got a little bit of defense, but Zyke's base is next to non-existent now apart from his resources, so he could use this breathing room to actually rebuild and get a little bit going, because he does have the metal economy to support it with 99 there, which is really quite amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Zyke moving the group of bots out, looking for something to destroy. He's got that Vanguard sitting next to his commander, which will it'll protect him for a little while. But if Max gets some shellers and levelers up, they could take out the Vanguard from range and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, he has got a leveler coming out, interestingly. Levelers are kind of a moot unit at the moment, given the range of the shellers and the strength of the Vanguard. You may as well just spam up on T1 tanks and they'll do about the same amount of damage for probably a better cost efficiency, if I'm honest. However, on the other side, Voral now a T2 factory complete and getting out his T2 fabricator, so he's going to be able to get up some more advanced buildings pretty soon. In fact, he's even spamming out a lot of bot factories there as well, and what was that? Those were pings, I think, rather than donations.
I think so. I think somebody's trolling.
That's frustrating.
It is. It is. I wasn't expecting that big explosion to go off when the units came in. I thought a commander blew up.
This is really quite frustrating because I've got on my other computer over here the donation page on an auto refresh, but it didn't pick up that Vanguard. So I'm kind of worrying as to, it hasn't actually, shown any new donations. So I'm worrying as to whether my link is good and true. Meanwhile, Zyke getting an orbital launcher and an Astrea, so he's getting his comm off planet.
Oh, that is a
really good move. Really good move with a distinct lack of a base.
He's going to be the first one off planet.
First one off planet, and in fact, he's going to have free reign over a planet. I wonder where he's going to go. I'm just going to zoom out because when I put picture-in-picture on, Some little glitch seems to be happening there. He's going to the metal planet there, so he's going to be able to build up pretty quickly on that, and once he gets umbrellas up, he'll be able to defend that pretty easily. And it's only a 3 Haley smash as well, so if someone donates him some eco and or some Haleys, then he could get that up instantly and win this game.
Absolutely, and as somebody mentioned in chat, the 5-minute mark has been reached, so any of your donations will go to the player of your choice at this point.
It's going to be awesome. Max at this point really needs to start expanding because he's got so much metal at his disposal just outside of his base that he really needs to be sort of capitalizing on that, but at the moment he just seems to be happy building levelers and ants. He's got a little bit of eco-capitalization though within his base for the T2 stuff. But now on the other side of the planet, Master of Awfulness, big push into Voral's base. Voral needs your donations, folks, otherwise this could be the end now as Infernos encroach and tanks as well. That's a lot of DPS. Fortunately,
those Infernos will chew through a commander health bar pretty quickly.
Yeah, fortunately he does manage to move away just a little bit.
All those bomb bots.
Oh, something's moving in. Oh, wow.
Oh, those bomb bots helped, but not quite enough.
I didn't actually see any come in, it just sort of pinged and nothing appeared.
Well, they spawned right on top of an Inferno and immediately blew up and attacked the Inferno.
Oh, but damn, now there's a Vanguard moving in on Master of Awfulness. Fortunately, he just managed to save his bacon there.
Oh.
He's shooting his AA missiles at the floor instead of
No, those are torpedoes.
Oh, those are torpedoes, are they? Okay.
I believe those are torpedoes.
Interesting.
Known bug, known bug. Just ignore it. Nothing to see here.
And Zyke receives a
teleporter.
Very nice. He just started building one next to it anyway. This is really good, and wow, there goes Voral.
Voral. I'll bet the Uber Cannon shot finally caught up with him. Let's
go back and look real quick. There are a couple of MVTs, most valued tanks in there.
Nope, he died to tank shots.
Now let's have a quick look at what's going on the metal planet while Max simulates his attack force on Master of Awfulness, who is now previously in Voral's base. So Zyke has got up in an air factory. It's kind of idle at the moment, but the second teleporter is going up on the metal planet. I thought the donation gives 2 teleporters rather than 1, so perhaps that was a little bit of a whoopsie, but I'm not sure. But he can now get the air fabbers out and really capitalize on that eco.
Oh, on the main planet, we see a group of tanks and levelers moving towards the base of Zyke.
Yeah, there's no vanguards in there. Well, there is one caught on wreckage, I think. Yeah, it is. It's just catching up now. But if Master of Awfulness doesn't see this, he just sees it with his aircraft. Really nice incidental scouting there. He needs to get his commander out of the way and pull his tanks in to support, because otherwise that commander is going to fall down on his knees pretty quickly. I suspect he needs to actually get that back to his original base.
Yeah, he needs to get that tier 2 factory built up. He's just being outgunned at the moment.
He is, but the ants are doing a little bit of damage to those levelers, but the Vanguard now coming in. Master of Awfulness probably seeing that Vanguard and going, oh dear, let's focus fire that thing. As it starts shooting at the factory, and now he runs away. He knows it's not a fight for him.
No, that Vanguard can just soak up damage for days from tier 1 units. Looks like it's... Well, it was going to get taken down, but it stopped. It stopped chasing. The tier 2 factory, vehicle factory, going up for a Master of Awfulness. He needs to start taking advantage of that so he can catch up. He's way behind on military power at the moment.
Yeah, so the T2 vehicle factories provide bigger and in some cases better as well units which can really support your army, whereas the T1 basic factories produce your sort of lower earlier game cheaper units, and a Puppet Master gives Zyke 2 advanced energy plants, so people obviously want Zyke to smash this planet.
I think so. Zyke just had a Vanguard going through Max's base, just tearing things up. Got pretty close to the commander before it was finally taken down. Alright, well, we've got a little bit more downtime. Let's take a look, see what's going on Eric's gem. We can see the 2 new advanced power generators. 2 new advanced metal extractors also thrown down for Psyche. Yeah, I'm thinking people want to see a planet smash.
It would be pretty awesome because, of course, in Planetary Annihilation, that is the name of the game, annihilating planets. So what you can do is, with your advanced fabricators, is build these massive engines on this metal planet, which will, once you've got enough, as shown in the top right of the screen, where they've got those little icons there that look like sort of squares with triangles underneath them, once that's full, you can ride the planet into the main one, although preferably you don't want your commander sat on there when it happens, because your commander is basically your king piece. You do not want to lose him.
Absolutely. I found out where the other teleporter went for Psyche. There's a teleporter on Tiebreaker.
Oh wow. So as soon as Psyche actually notices that, I'm not sure if he has, but well, yes, he has. He's linked it. So as soon as he actually gets some units through there, he will be across this this system in no time.
Absolutely, and that does give him a way for his commander to get off of the asteroid before he smashes it.
Now, looking at Max now, we did say earlier that he was sort of sitting in his base rather content. This is kind of going to be a problem for him pretty shortly, because as anchors encroach, these little satellites in orbit which can shoot the floor and other orbital layered units. So he's going to start getting pushed back, though he has put up this umbrella which has a range in the orbital layer which can shoot things down that are above it. But he does really need to expand to the other side of the planet and get a good bit of scouting out, because he's falling behind a bit, even though he is floating his eco.
Yeah, Master is pushing out from his base a little bit. Took some units to take out some of Max's levelers.
Now, looking at Max, he's sent an orbital fabricator to Eric's gem there, the metal planet. He's got a teleporter set up just outside his base, so I imagine he's ready to send some advanced fabbers over once he sets a teleporter up on the metal planet. So he's going to want to move that out of the way. Psyche does have an orbital deep space radar though, so he will be able to see that, especially given he's not too bad for energy right now. But what Max can do with those teleporters is go and colonize the other planets and really give Psyche a little bit of trouble on Eric's gem.
Oh, and Psyche receives a Halley. Thank you to whoever donated that. So that's 1 Halley down, 2 more needed for him to be able to smash this planet. Teleporter going down from Max on Eric's gem. It is linked. We'll see what kind of destruction he can do. He's sending in levelers, vanguards, tanks. No anti-air as of yet. Oh, and those vanguards are just pushing through. 1 advanced power generator down. Second one is going to follow shortly. Oh, all of his advanced eco gone. Pushing into his base. If they reach that teleporter, then Psyche's not going to have a way of bringing in reinforcements. I don't even think he has reinforcements to bring in at this point. Tier 1 units melting before the vanguards as they make their way towards the commander.
Looks like Psyche could really use your donations now, except the vanguards are too close. That commander is going to go down any second now. One more shot. The vanguards move a different way. Psyche got a lease of health here. He needs to run. He's got a little bit of time. He needs to get that. He's got it. Oh, fantastic. So that...
He's flown away to sea.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that was amazing. Orbital launcher goes down.
So we have just had the donation of the Haley come up on the other screen there for me. So it's a little bit lagging behind, which isn't too much of a problem. But Psyche, oh wow, that was perfectly timed.
He tried to put a teleporter down, but he couldn't get it down before the units came in and pushed him away.
The issue he really has now is he needs to get off this planet. There are too many vanguards here which he can't really answer to at this point in time. Unless someone or 2 people share a donation of $20 and just give him 2 Haleys right here, right now, he can end this game. And
he could totally end it. Well, he'd have to get his commander off planet first. That might be a problem.
he does indeed, but he does still, I think, have an orbital launcher. No, he does not have an orbital launcher.
It got destroyed.
Oh, wow.
He does have a sheller doing work. He's got, because Max does not have any anti-air, he's got his orbital fabrics going around reclaiming units.
Oh, wow, that's painful.
Oh, and they're moving towards the Halley. This is so sad.
There it goes. Master of Rothinus gets an SXX. Oh, wow.
Oh, is that on the main planet?
That's on the main planet. It's not going to do too much against Max, however. Now, this SXX laser platform, for those who are not particularly versed with PA, this thing hovers above your base in the orbital layer and can shoot downwards, doing a significant amount of damage to anything, and especially commander sniping. So if Master of Rothinus can keep this alive and actually mooch his way into Max's base, he can do a couple of hits on that comm, and Max is out.
Max does have a deep space orbital radar as well as an umbrella pretty close to his commander. He's building more umbrellas because I think he sees the SXX platform moving towards his base. Take a look at Eric's gem real quick. Looks like Zyke's okay for now. It looks like he has taken out all but a single leveler from Max. But he should be safe to drop down here pretty soon and either start rebuilding or take the teleporter to the tiebreaker planet where he still has a base.
So Max actually has an orbital factory there, which he can not Max, sorry, Zyke on the moon there, which he can build the Astreus for and get his commander off.
Master of Rothinus has a whole lot of units, but it's a whole lot of tier 1 units. Not sure how they're going to hold up against Max's tier 2 army. But Max has been sending off a bunch of units to other planets, so he is invading Eric's gem yet again. He managed to get another teleporter down. And this time he has anti-air units with him. Oh dear.
Zyke needs to watch out for this.
This could spell the end of Zyke if he doesn't get his commander off the planet.
He needs to get through that teleporter now. Oh, his commander's moving the wrong way round. He's going to be in range of the shellers for just a little bit. Oh, the teleporter! Get through the teleporter! It's good. Don't forget to... No! He's gone.
He didn't make it.
Oh, wow. What he needed to do as well, if he did get through that teleporter, is deactivate it so that Max can't follow him through with his units, because Max does know how to do that, and he's nifty with it. He would have had
been on the ball, really quickly on the ball with that.
So Zyke is out despite everyone's very generous donations. Which is unfortunate.
Eric's gem is now occupied by Max. And Master of
Boombot's getting into Max's commander, though. Oh, that was close. They ended up soaking up their damage into advanced metal extractors, which produce extra economy for Max.
Large army coming from Master of Awfulness towards Max's base.
He needs to get that commander through that teleporter. Max just moved all of
his units onto Eric's gem. He might want to bring those back here soon.
He's moving his commander towards the blobs, and Boombot's coming in as well.
Boombot's coming in for a master, looking for the commander.
Not quite finding it.
Most of them were taken out by a vanguard.
Max is now slightly boxed in because, well, he's activated his teleporter on the other side, escaping some units, which he, the vanguards and stuff, which he could be sending towards Master of Rothinus, while Master of Rothinus has got his SXX platform shooting down at the commander from above now that the umbrella's gone. Is Max going to make it to the teleporter?
I don't think he's going to make it. No,
he's
one
not.
more shot will do it.
Boom.
And that is the end of Max. Master of Awfulness taking out Max to win the game. Wow. That was not the way I expected that final to go.
Nor me, nor me. Well played. Very
Thank
nice
you.
use of your donation.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh god, the early game, I was struggling. I don't know what the hell was happening with me. I think like I've been a little bit like, I don't know, I guess a bit out of character. Like I played this like an FFA, but then I realized, oh wait, hold on, this is more like a 1v1 because I'm only facing off against one dude this time. So then I went ham on the paint.
Yeah, when Vorl started pushing into your base, I thought that was going to be the end of it for you. I thought he was going to push you back too far.
Yeah, and then like I guess what happened was he didn't continue the momentum. Is that correct? Or did he go T2, and then a lot of his eco was just put in tier 2, and then he didn't spam out a lot of T1.
I think he went tier 2 before you did.
Yeah,
He
did.
That may have set him back economy-wise. He wasn't able to push out enough units to just, finish it.
Like I think like if because he went T2 too early, he probably set himself up for disaster. I mean, granted though, that one Vanguard was this close to killing the commander that I was using.
It was incredibly close.
I
That was
know.
an incredible match.
Yeah, and the Max apparently almost took me out. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
He put the teleport. That was like a second. If the guy, God bless him, didn't send me the SAXX. Wait, no, it's not SXX. Then I would have been toasted. God bless that guy. God bless him. Blessed is he by God.
That Sizzix snipe. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. As soon as the umbrellas went down, like, oh wait, the Sizzix is still there.
Yeah. I have a question though. What happened to Zyke? Who was versing off against Max? What happened to him?
Max
Hey, never
invaded his planet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Max invaded his planet with vanguards and levelers and stellars, and yeah, it got ugly.
What have I also noticed that apparently my orbital deep space radar actually didn't work. Like I didn't. Yeah, I built the orbital deep space radar and I had about 100 or so energy, and I still wasn't able to see any of the orbital that Max was using. Like not the orbital fabricator, not the Avenger, nothing.
Interesting.
Interesting. Anyway, Master Romanus, we've got to congratulate you and move on. So we'll see you in the final in a couple of hours' time after everyone else has qualified.